know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for him.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there at 22. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. They're still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, it's Shepard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. They go play action here on 1st down. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
All right, here we go. Over. No, check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney. Over.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
That's it, baby. Switch. All right, here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. They go with a screen. It's Yeldon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They'll look to throw. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st down, Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Now Wilson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Alec Ogletree able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. He's got some space here. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Two minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back to Denver right after this. Back to the ground, this time Cook. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Timmy Jernigan able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. This time Wilson will throw. And Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll go down at the 28. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Second down, 9 yards to go. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Here's Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Wilson now off the bootleg. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of winning?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And how about this one out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. That's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They run the counter with Cook. And he's got room. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This will be caught at about the 6. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. He'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here, 2nd and 13. Now this time he'll look to throw. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it, and the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play on third down for the Seahawks. 45 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
There's Wilson to throw. It's brought in by Dodson. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Wilson. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throws right side, and that's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he spins away. Room here to run. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. Sammy Coates has it complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Back to throw here. And this is caught. Well, they get 1 back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Let's go!
And some room to roam now. Space to maneuver at the 40. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. Oh, twisting away. And some room to work. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Hurts over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw it for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On third down, it's Shepard. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And some space here. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He had to run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Elsewhere across the league, 4th quarter action in Los Angeles. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for Denver, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.